Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. This is a paid request, and for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, reviews, re-reviews, randomness, out of blueness, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box under the video. If I sound a bit out of it and my voice sounds different, it's because I'm trying to get out of being sick. Feeling a bit better today, just drowsy. So yeah, I apologize for that. This is a film that when I heard of it, I talked some trash about it because really of Jordan Peele's recent track record, I like Get Out. I still like Get Out, but Us, not a fan. He produced Candyman. That's more like a candy ass piece of crap. And just a lot of his stuff very, very, very message heavy and usually about race and just something I got really tired of. Like, okay, this is like a one-trick pony type of thing. And I'm like, okay, it's called Nope, and what the hell is this, and blah, blah, blah. I talked a lot of trash. It's funny how some people would have said, well, you know what, if you did end up liking it, and this is for other movies too, you never would admit it. Well, I hope they eat crow because I'm admitting right now, I was wrong. I was wrong. And I said before, the best feeling in the world is for a movie to surprise me. And it did. I really, really liked this film. Now it's funny because it has a decent rating on IMDb from critics. But a lot of people I talk to, they're not fans of the film. I mean, my friend Michael Teen, he thinks it's the worst film of the year. So this definitely is a film that you either love or hate. So, but I really liked it. I think for a number of reasons. Number one, I liked the cast. I liked the UFO and the details of it, which I'll get to. There were scenes I found genuinely creepy. In fact, I think it's the creepiest UFO film since Fire in the Sky. Yes, you could look into messages dealing with either fame and what people do to try to catch fame, or I know some people talk about spectacle and how we'll be drawn to spectacle, good or bad. But the thing is, I didn't really care to look deep into this. And what is nice about the film, you could just watch it as a straightforward UFO tale. Which I did. And I enjoyed it as a straightforward UFO tale. That was a good looking film. That had some creepy moments of music and sound design. The cast, Daniel Kaluuya, who's the lead in Get Out, he comes back to be the lead. I thought he did a good job. He's very quiet. He's an introvert, but it's subtle. Kind of reminds me of how I was in school, high school. I liked him. He's a horse trainer for films. And then you have his sister, who I thought I was going to be annoyed by. She's very much more of an extrovert, very hyper. I think it's Keke Palmer. I thought I was going to be annoyed by her after the first scene or so, but as it went along, I warmed up to her. I thought the brother and sister worked well together. I bought them as brother and sister. You have this white guy who's the tech guy, and he's funny, but it's not so overboard that it becomes ridiculous and stupid. He's a tech guy. He works at, I don't know if it was Best Buy, wherever it is. I don't remember them saying, but when he hears that it's about you guys want to capture a UFO, he gets very excited about it. Keith David is in it for a little bit as the brother and sister's dad. Always nice to see Keith David. Michael Wincott is there as a cinematographer. Uh, I love Michael Wincott. He was the villain in the Eddie Murphy film Metro. Always been a fan of his. He does a good job. I wish he was in it more. I wish he came into the film earlier, but I do like him. And some people say this is a lot like Jaws. I'm fine with that. I mean, I love Grizzly, which is a total ripoff of Jaws. Like, absolutely total ripoff. But I really like Grizzly. I like those type of films, like Tremors, and like I said, Jaws, and I'm a sucker for those, whether creature feature films, The Relic, Deep Rising. I'm not going to say this is better than them. No, I didn't expect. I expected the worst of the worst. I mean, I expected the twist to be something like, oh, the aliens are racist, or the aliens are taking black people and put them on a planet, or the aliens are really white people and they're taking black people, put them on a planet, like Dark City. Dark City, where it's, anyway, it's none of that. At times, the film made me laugh. Um, Sincerely, especially with the use of Nope and the situations that come up with that. I mean, Nope, I know it's supposed to be not on planet Earth, but the way that word is used, it's like the funniest moments to me, and that I can see why now it's called that, and without the not on planet Earth moniker. Now, I do think the first half is a bit too slow. I think the first half could have had about, I don't know, maybe 10, maybe like 10 minutes shortened. I think Michael Wincott bring him in earlier, but I really don't have much other problems with it. People go, well, how do you find this film creepy? How do I do this without spoiling? Screams, digestive, make you think in your head, rain of blood. I thought that was really creepy. Because I could think of it in my head and... I thought that was really creepy. But yeah, more in the spoilers. I'm sorry about that. We have a sitcom where we have a young kid who would be Stephen Yeun later on. And we did a little bit of it. We find out throughout the film what happened. This sitcom back in the day, they had this monkey. They thought they had trained it well. They didn't. And instead they didn't respect it. They didn't do their job right. So it goes haywire, kills some of the cast. The little kid gets so freaked out. The monkey, because it was trained for other things, does like a fist bump thing. And so when the kid does that, he thinks that he's something special about him. Like he's able to survive this deal. And also you could tell it's completely traumatized and screwed him up. Because when he's much older, Stephen Yeun, he has this like little Wild West type of park. He uses that tragedy to rake in some money and some bucks. But I mean, you can tell he's pretty much fucked up from this because, like, he tells a story about how SNL did like a parody of it, and oh yeah, it was really funny. But he's not laughing. Like you tell, I mean, it would be pretty fucked up. And there's some people that go, well, what does this relate to this? I found it perfectly understandable how it relates one to the other. And I know someone, a friend of mine, said it was a big message about animal abuse. I don't know where they got that. I mean, with all due respect, I have no idea where they got that. Just the hero of the film is a horse trainer, and he survives because he uses his horse training skills. Because this is the big twist, and I love this. This is a type of B movie fun that I like. The UFO does not have aliens in it. The UFO is the alien, is a monster, is a beast itself, is an animal. I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. I think that's a cool idea. The UFO itself. I don't know why it makes me think of this film because it has nothing to do with it, but it's like a good version of Blood Beach. I'm like, cool. I mean, oh, it's like Jaws. Well, again, it's cool as Jaws, but it's in the sky and it's hiding in the clouds, and there's a lot of cool shots where you're looking up and you'll see like right over here it'll like pass by it through the clouds and like you'll see it and you have an eagle eye to catch it. And like, there's a cool scene the first time like Daniel Kaluuya is dealing with it where he's like high in this barn and he's like hearing these creepy sounds and he's like looking through to see like where he needs to go and not to go. I got into it. I thought, again, I think that's a cool idea. Now, again, maybe people wanted a much more deeper film. Maybe people wanted. This is. I would not call this a horror film. I think that was one mistake they had with the marketing. They really marketed it as if it was going to be this scary movie. It's more of a sci-fi, almost a little bit of a. It's weird to say adventure movie, but it's pretty much the journey of these brother and sister wanting to photograph. You get the Oprah shot, as they call it, the money shot, to save the farm and get rich and famous. Again, this tech guy helps out. Then, much later in the film, Michael Wincott comes in to help out. Keith David's character, and this is spoilers, he gets killed because things falling from the sky, and then this coin like falls and hits Keith David right in the eye and embeds the coin in it. And you're like, what the hell? This is a bad miracle. They got a word for that? No. Let's see. Oh yeah, the tech guy helps install the cameras, try and get the shot that they can. There's this one thing where you don't know what the UFO is at first. So Daniel's in this barn. I thought this was really funny. And you have these figures. Kind of reminds me of Signs. Maybe that's another thing. I actually liked M. Night Shyamalan's Signs. Although I would probably say I like this more than Signs, because Signs has a pretty wanty ending with the whole swing away, the water's like acid, and you're going, well, why the hell did they try to get a planet where so much of the planet is water and it's acid to them? But, it is what it is. But I still liked Signs. But Daniel, he sees all these figures, and he's like, nope, fuck this shit. And he leaves. And he goes up and he punches one right in the face. And he finds these little asshole kids trying to. They had stolen something and they were trying to get it back. I thought that was a pretty funny moment. I thought there was some nice moments where, like, it's really quiet outside, and I think those are good moments to build suspense and tension. There are times where he sees like the UFO hovering, and he like hides in places. Like, at one point, he's in a vehicle, and he opens up and he looks up and he sees the damn thing up there. He's like, nope. Closes the door back in, just decides to sit in the truck. I thought those were sincerely funny. And as one would say, some animals ain't fit to be tamed. And they start noticing stuff like this one cloud that never moves. So it seems like the big hiding place for this UFO. And we did more of the flashback of Steven Yeun. And granted, there's a part of me is like, where the fuck is security on this damn sitcom set? I don't know, it's a sitcom. Maybe they didn't think they needed a lot of security, but at the same time, it's like, that kind of reminds me a bit of a lot of other programs or even movies that, this tragedy occurs. Like Twilight Zone the movie. Twilight Zone the movie, where the director, John Landis, thought he could tame what he couldn't really tame metaphysically in a way. These explosions and charges and with all the rain and the wind and everything put together, and instead the helicopter went haywire, crashed, killed an actor and two little kids. And there were, for years and years, there was a trial and nothing came of it. No one was arrested, no one was in jail. John Landis still worked, did Three Amigos, Oscar, Blues Brothers 2000, Coming to America. So, it is what it is. And because as a kid he was safe with this thing, he thinks he could tame this one for the money and the moolah. And he's going to have a show, and he's been feeding this thing for months with horses and cattle, and again, he thinks he can tame this thing, and that's his big mistake. Just fucking eats them all up. And the way they did it, I thought Jordan Peele, he made it creepier, where it cuts, and then you have people kind of being moved in this fire in the sky type of environment, like being dragged up. And then when Daniel Kaluuya gets to the fairground, he sees a UFO and he hides, and you just see people screaming bloody murder, crying out, screaming, and the sounds go off and on again. And just your mind realizing they're being digested the whole time. I thought that was really fucking creepy. I thought that was really a creepy way to detail that. The screams of folks being digested, and then it goes over Daniel and Keke Palmer's, like, their house. It kind of spits the rest of it out, which is a bunch of blood and trinkets like coins and other things they can't really digest. Which is why earlier in the film you had the coin, it digested and hit Keith David in the eye. Around there, Michael Wincott joins, and he's a lot of fun with these there. Like the taming of animals, he says, well, ask Siegfried and Roy. Or, as they're getting ready to set up the shot, he's saying, like, one-eyed purple people eater. And you have the stupid TMZ guy gets in the way, and he wants the shot no matter what. And by this point, our lead realizes, again, from his training of other animals, one thing you should not do is maybe look it in the eye. A lot of animals, you don't look them in the eye. It helps. And he tries to help out the TMZ guy, but the TMZ guy's just too stupid, so he has to leave him. And you have bits of the UFO chasing them, and I like the look of the UFO. I think the special effects are pretty good. And then you get this like weird and wild image of this like the inner workings of the UFO, and it's like this jellyfish, but at the same time you get these wide shots, and I can't really tell 100% what it is, but it's like really creative and interesting, and I'm like, wow, okay, damn, what the hell is that? And it's like bed sheets, but it's not, and I thought it was just really unique and very creative. I thought it just really, like I said, a neat choice. And lo and behold, the brother and sister actually worked together. It's not one's better than the other, it's the two of them actually working together. Whether it's the brother leading UFO away from his sister and come and get B, tried to get B, then the sister get on the motorcycle, does even like an Akira slide, and gets releases this balloon and does this thing to get the another great shot. And then she turns and the dust settles and her brother and his horse is still standing there. The tech guy survived. Michael Wincott, he had wanted to get the perfect shot, and I thought this was kind of a bit wonky. I don't think this needed to happen. I think this was a bit forced. He tries to get the perfect shot very up close, and then he gets eaten. Again, I guess they figured during this. I'm like, you already had the TMZ guy die. I don't think you needed Michael Wincott to die either. You could have had Michael Wincott ride with Keke Palmer. She's driving, he's on the back. She tells him there's this camera. He gets to it. She releases the balloon, and then he takes the shot. I think you could have done that. I think that would have been better. So, I'm not going to sit here and say it's perfect. Like I said, the first half of the film, maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes could have been shortened. Michael Wincott, I think, should have come in earlier, and I think his character, they could have changed his fate a bit more. But, like I said, overall, I thought it was a straightforward story, the way I took it. I liked the actors. It was a good-looking film. I like what you find out about the UFO. That's just this monster itself. There are a few moments that made me chuckle. There's a few moments that made me creeped out. I like the chase sequences involving the UFO and our heroes. I thought the two leads were likable enough. And overall, liked the movie. It was better than I thought it would be. And granted, I mean, I went in with the lowest of expectations, and maybe that helped. I don't know. I mean, I would still say Get Out is Jordan Peele's best film, but I thought this was easily better than Us. I don't get people saying it's the worst film, and another guy said, "Oh, I left the theater." I'm like, this year alone, Men, Chainsaw Massacre 2022, Stream 5, I'll watch this 10 times over Stream 5, or Texas Chainsaw 2022. I'll watch this 10 times over Prey. And no, I don't think it was woke either. Now, yes, Jordan Peele, I still don't appreciate the fact that he said in interviews, I would never cast a white guy as a lead. I think that's really shitty. That would be like if I was a director and I said, I would never cast a black guy as the lead. That'd be really shitty. So, I don't know why Jordan Peele would say that. I think that's a bit You can't say any other. That's a bit racist to say. No matter how you want to explain it, that is a bit of a racist thing to say. You're not going to hire someone as a lead because of the color of their skin. If that's not racism, I don't know what is. So, but at the same time, I can't lie and say I disliked the film. I did. I liked the film quite a bit, actually. And I would gladly watch it again. So, that's just my opinion. So, with that said, thanks for watching. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye bye.